Hello everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 and we're back on Castelnaud for what will be the last setup episode. So pretty much now this farm is finished, finally got to the end and I'm dead happy with how it's turned out. And what I need to do really now is just get in the equipment and we're going to try and do it as quick as possible really, but we also want to make sure we get the right stuff. Now I have gone about putting in some just small decorations. I didn't go over the top, I just put a few. You can see some drums there, for example. A bit of a large bin for the farm, just a few random spots. I did put this in, which I think looks really cool because it kind of simulates there's been some groundwork there. Maybe we had to put a pipe in underneath for some reason, I don't know. But yeah, just a few touches really. A lot of decoration on the ground so you can see the kind of like dirt, smudging, kind of like oily textures. So they're all done as well. I did quite a lot really, but not too much, not the decorations wise, just a few. I mean, like up here, see that I've just put a few shovels, some random rubbish kind of metal there. What did we do over here? Oh yeah, I put a load of stuff in here just to try and give it that feel of a workshop, so we can drive in here. Got a workshop in there now. Obviously we've got the jet wash, and I've put lighting up everywhere as well. There's so much lighting that I've gone about and done, and I don't think, without testing, I haven't actually gone tonight yet to find out, but I don't think there's going to be too many sections that are, you know, like dark spots. But if we do find that, then we can always add things in. I mean, to be honest, I say this is finished. It could change. You never know. Well, as we're playing the Let's Play, we might find that there's something just not quite right. We might change it out, especially with the equipment that we end up buying. Who knows where we go with that. Yeah, I also put some igloos in because I did say I was going to do that. I tried to put in enough, knowing that we're obviously going to be quite a big farm here, and we've got beef stock over there, we've got milkers over here, and then we've got this shed here, which we could put some heifers in. Anything really. We could have that overflow for the... Yeah, we could have it technically as an overflow for calves if we haven't got enough, but this is the milking barn, and these are going to be the igloos for the calves that come for this. So like milking breed, so maybe Holstein. Again, if we need more space, we can always just figure it out as we go. I just want to quickly point out as well, I did get a lot of questions on the last episode of the Farmyard, so episode 124, which is technically the episode that I did with George, is behind the camera, and at the start he was in a parlour. Now that is this shed, it's the MA7 shed that I got, and you can see it's just here. So this is where I took it from, obviously kind of simulating that I was on Court Farm, sorry. But yeah, just if you're interested, a lot of the MA7 sheds actually do have a form of a parlour in. Some don't, some have the robot, but I think I've found two now with a parlour. So yeah, that's the only ones that I've found. There might be more out there, but I'm not 100% certain. But I just wanted to point that out because I had a lot of questions, and I am going to reply to them. I am actually recording this before I've replied to the comments on that, but I will reply telling you that it is an MA7 shed. But if you want to know which one for definite that I used, it's this one that we're going to be using on Castelnaud. Right, so let's carry on and have a quick look around. All these animals are going to go. We're going to start off with no animals because we can't feed them. And I want to just get the feed in first, then we can start feeding our animals. So we'll get, you know, we'll buy some at some point. Yeah, all the lighting again is done. Like, there's loads of lights around. They're just spotted around the place. Pretty much that side's probably going to be dark, but you can see that I've got a few just sticking about. And yeah, I'm dead happy with it. Honestly, I think this turned out perfectly. And the fence that I've actually used in the end as well, got rid of the fence from before and went with this one. I think it's not, I don't know what the right word is, but it's just not in the way as much. And yeah, it kind of fits well. So I'm happy with that, definitely. Again, loads more igloos down the side of here. Put loads of texture on the ground as well. You can see that I've got some straw textures on the ground, so that's without bedding as well. More will be added, but it's just obviously just to make it look a bit real. And then some manure textures down here to go with the bunker for the manure that's going to spawn out. And then again, more lights down here. I am just trying to get through this bit as quick as possible. But basically, the gist is I've finished off. I've put a load of decorations down. Well, not a load, but enough. Yeah, to make it feel a bit more realistic. And we've also put in all the lighting that we probably require. And yeah, I think I'm really happy with how it's turned out. There's one thing that I'm probably going to look at changing maybe, or maybe at the start we'll have a look at this, but it's the feed mixer. Now, this just doesn't support Maze Plus. Now, I know there is a way of getting that done, but I haven't done it yet. So what I'm thinking is I might actually get a really big feed mixer to start with, and then, yeah, try and get this sorted out so it's got Maze Plus kind of recipes in it, because, yeah, I don't want to miss out with that. Let's have a quick look around here. Got a light by that I've put in here by the bench. Now, I did say that I was going to change the well because it didn't make sense, so I've put just this in, which I think is a nice little touch. Nice little focal point up here. Definitely happy with that. So that's all sorted out. Load of texture's gone down. This is pretty much the same this side. Just got a few bales there that I need to sort out because I sold the equipment that I had, or returned the ones that I had on lease. But yeah, really, it's just getting rid of the animals, but this episode we're going to focus on getting the equipment in. Now, let's talk about the equipment then. We've got 1.7 million, and I aren't going to cheap out on this series. Usually, I kind of go with, yeah, equipment and try and build up, but I want to get it. I want to get, from the start, some decent equipment, because we've got some good fields that we'll talk about in a second as well. And I want to just, yeah, spend the money I've got. So I've got 1.7 million. I want a decent harvester. I want a forage harvester. I want some potato equipment. We might lease out the potato equipment because we have got a field for potatoes that's already pretty much ready to go. So maybe we won't buy the potato equipment, but I definitely want my own forage harvester because we're going to be doing maize quite a lot. And I do want, you know, a decent harvester, probably 4 tractors, some big ones, and obviously ranging down to small ones to get around the yard. And then all the equipment, I want it at a good size. I want, you know, stuff that can just mince through the work, really. That's the aim. And we are going to focus on precision farming as well, so anything that's really good for that. So the grass field over here that was planting it, that we need to plant in, we're actually going to do alfalfa in there. That's the plan with that. We've got this field here that's got sorghum in, so that's ready to harvest. So we do need to probably start off. In fact, I think there's a load of things we're going to start off in the next episode. But let me just give you a bit of an overview of what I've purchased here. So we start off with this area. This 63, 62, and 61 is really the farm. 64, in moving down to 65, there is the grass field that we're going to plant alfalfa in. We've got the sorghum here. We've got a big grass field over the road, so we've actually got another grass field. So we're going to have one big grass field and another for, obviously, alfalfa. In field 58 down here, we've actually got... What have we got in here? I don't actually know. I think we might have... Is it sorghum again? It might be more potatoes, you know. I think we might have more potatoes. Let's just check this out. We've got a lot of potatoes. Yeah, we've got more potatoes. So, that is crazy. We're going to have a lot of potatoes to get through because we've also got this field here. So this is a big potato field. We've got some canola in this field that's growing. We've got soybeans that's growing as well. And then I think... don't know if I purchased... Yes, I did. I purchased this one, and this has actually got barley in growing. So we don't really need to do much of this. Might need to do some weeding along the way. Like this one, for example, doesn't need nitrogen. We are a little bit down on the pH. I mean, we'll figure it all out, but there's definitely enough work to do, and we can start off, and I think the potatoes are ready. Yeah, so we can remove foliage on the potatoes. So we're going to definitely need potato equipment. Might lease it out, like I said, but... yeah, we got 2 big fields to get through. A big field of sorghum, and then we've got grass that will probably be ready to start chopping. Yeah, it says it's at growth stage 3. I don't know if that's the final growth stage, though, because that doesn't look like it is. So maybe that's one down. But if we need the grass straight away, even if it's just like hay to start off with, I don't know what we're going to do. But yeah, we've got plenty of work to get through. And I think if you look at what we've got field-wise, I think we're doing all right. We don't have this section here, though. I've left that out. But we've pretty much got all the way from where my marker is now, right across to the end of the potato field. We haven't got that one, or this patch here, but we have got this. I'm going to have the alfalfa, sorghum, and a grass field. And I think that's enough space for this size farm. So definitely got work cut out for us. So, let's get some equipment. We're going to use this big flat area here. We're going to obviously use the store shop delivery. We're not going to be faffing about too much. And I think the best thing to do, because I am also going to use super strength. Just want to point that out. Going to proper just get it in place so the next episode we can start our Let's Play properly. So let's have a look at tractors then. We're going to go with a few selections. I want to look at Deutz-Fahr. I want to look at John Deere because I think that's good for the area. I've heard that Massey Ferguson is as well, so that might be a good shout. But we want a big tractor. We're going to go with our biggest first, and then we're probably going to work our way down, and we're going to aim for 4 tractors. So let's sort by power, go right to the end, because we don't want any of these massive ones. I feel like they're maybe a little bit too big, but I do want a decent sized tractor that maybe like 400, 400 horsepower. Fence, not a bad shout, but I'm looking to see if I can find something that stands out to be a decent. I'm not too sure about New Holland. Maybe they get New Hollands around here, but I wouldn't mind a T8. I do like them tractors. I'm not going to go with the JCB. We've got the 8R. That's a beast, though. That is a beast. I mean, is that too much? I mean, we've only got 1.7 million. Do we really want to spend, a fortune on that? That's interesting. I wouldn't mind a Massey. 250 for a Massey. I wonder if they've got anything in here. We have got this. We have got that, and that is a beast. And it's only, well, they've put an extra 100,000 on. Engine size. I don't really fuss about engine size, so we could get that for 191. We'll keep that in mind. We'll definitely keep that in mind. Got a few trailers here as well. I mean, that's not a bad sized trailer for 20,000. So we could also get that. I actually do like that as well. Yeah, that's our first purchase then. Go with the trailer. There isn't actually much else on offer, unfortunately. So let's go back to large tractors. I want to get something that's 400, definitely. I mean, I haven't got a Deutz-Fahr that's standing out. I don't think there is a Deutz-Fahr, is there? There might be one. So we've got this one, but that's 295, 266 for 336. Nice Warrior, though. That is interesting. Right, so I'm thinking that 388 should be good enough. I mean, that's a big tractor. We're going to go with this John Deere 7R. I like the look of it. It's a nice tractor. 388 horsepower. This is going to be our main beefy tractor for field work. And yeah, I think that's a good starting point. And if we have a look now, probably at medium tractors, thinking about it. But let's see if we can organise it by power. And just check what the pricing is. Because some of these are still going to be expensive. But we can maybe get a nice Deutz-Fahr, I'd say. I mean, that's 287. That's not a bad jump down. Yeah, that's pretty cool, actually. I do like that, but there's this one as well, which is a modded version. So 287. I mean, that'd be a great tractor to get out in the field, wouldn't it? Doing some grass work. I like the look of that, That is pretty cool. We can have the Warrior, which is still 287. I think it doesn't change, actually. I think it's just the way it looks. I mean, I do like that, though. I mean, they do make some sweet tractors, don't they, Deutz-Fahr? Maybe some wider tyres as well. Yeah, I like this. I just like the look of it. We'll go with 100 on the volume of the tyre sound. The interior... Ooh. I think I prefer the dark, to be honest. The dark grey. Yeah, we may as well have some beacon lights. Why not? Fender. Variant 2. I mean, I actually don't mind the variant 1. Don't need warning signs. Yeah, we'll keep it at that. Now, I am going to get this on one of these tractors because I think we're going to need it. But I didn't go with the bigger tractor for that. And let's have a look at the colours that we can get. So we've got a bit of a weird green. We've got a matte. We've got the black. And I do like that. And then we've got a black matte. I'd say I actually like that. I do. So let's get it. 265. I know we're spending a lot of money right now. We really are. But it's worth it. I hope so anyway. We might just get 3 tractors. I think we should do that. Yeah, we'll get 3 tractors at the start. I mean, what have we got now? What have we currently just... What have we ended up with? We've got a 287 and a 388. So I'd say we get a 150, and that should do the job. So let's see if we can get a small tractor and get something with a bit of... I mean, I do like these, you know. Things like that. I mean, I think that's right good. I mean, 75 horsepower, but it's a right nifty little thing to get about. It might do some small jobs on the yard. I actually really like that, you know. I don't know why, I just think it's pretty cool. Maybe we could get 2 if we don't spend much. So Deutz-Fahr here, there's only 28,143. Not a bad shout, is it? Having an older one. But I was saying John Deere at the start, maybe a bit of a Massey. I do like this, though. I mean, I don't know what it is about these old tractors that I just think are cool. I mean, that's got a lot of detail to it as well. That really has, man. Let's have a look inside. Do you know what? That ain't bad, is it? That really isn't bad. It's a beefy front end on that for what it is. I mean, this is just going to be an episode where I'm just talking about tractors. It's going to take forever for me to decide with these. These are, I like these. I don't know why. I don't know why, but I just like them. I mean, there's the 40. That's 40,000. I don't know why it's gone up. It just looks maybe a better cab. I'm going to get one of these eaters. I've decided. I'm going to do it. But I'm going to also get... I mean, there's another one here. These bloody things are mint. These bloody things are awesome. 115 horsepower on that. Fast transmission, sorry. Oh, man. I tell you what, I'll pick my 2 tractors and I'll come back up because this is going to take me some time. Right, so welcome back. I've actually done quite a lot of purchasing. I've also changed my mind on something. For the first time around, I'm just going to buy what I need. So I've put a load of money in and just removed the restriction. We're going to get what we need and then we're going to play this with just kind of like all that lifted off us and when we can just enjoy the playthrough. So yeah, we're going to just buy what we need. Start off with a reasonable amount of money, not too much, but then at that point then obviously we can't put money in. But we're just going to get what we need. I think it was more important to get some decent equipment and enjoy the farm that we've built. I have actually figured out one thing though, and this is crazy, but I am actually lacking in sheds, like storage sheds for equipment. I'm trying to work out where I'm going to put stuff, and we've got a lot of animal sheds, but storage sheds is the one thing that I think I could have put an extra one here and there, and just something. I think one shed would have done, would have been perfect, because I was trying to think, where am I going to put my bales, where am I going to store, you know, like straw bales, hay bales if I decide to do them, because I think alfalfa, we're not going to be putting that in a bunker or drying it in that kind of hay dryer, but are we going to do alfalfa hay, alfalfa silage? Are we going to... I'm just trying to get my head around what we're going to do. I think most of it I'm going to figure out at the start. Like I said, this is just setting up so we can get started in the next episode. I did say I needed 5 episodes, and I think this will be episode 6. So really, I'm one ahead of that, because I would have started my series on, like my Let's Play on episode 6. Instead, we're going to start it on episode 7. But we'll figure it out. I'm sure we can work it out. We might have to put a few things just outside lying about, which is fine. But let's get through the equipment that I've got so far. So I've gone with a Manitou telehandler. Now you can see that I've got a fork on it, and we've got a bucket over here. So that's all sorted. I want to leave this area free because obviously our workshop area. So let's have a look at the tractors then. So I've gone with the Class. I do love this tractor. I really do. I'm using the Renault version of this. I think it's the Arius or something. I always worry that I pronounce that wrong, but you can see it there. And I've gone with the Class version. I'm using the Renault version in my Contractor series, but I've gone with this. Fiat Agri. I decided to get, instead of getting the small tractor that I was looking at, there was a few variations of it. I went with the Fiat Agri because it's got more horsepower and it's actually cheaper. So we went with that. We've obviously got the Deutz-Fahr all set up. This is about just under 300 horsepower, and then we've got this that's pretty much about 380, which is the 7R. So they're our main tractors that we're starting with. So over here, I've gone with obviously the trailer that we got on offer. Was a no-brainer for the price. Got a bigger one here that we're going to use for kind of silage, but we can also use it as a combination of yeah, I'd say picking up, like, for example, when we're doing a harvesting, this will be really good. Potatoes as well will be really good for. Went with the pickup because I do want to try and pick up some hay. And, yeah, or maybe when we're doing the grass silage or anything like that, we can use this. So I've gone with a Pottinger pickup, which are really good. I haven't actually used them enough on FS22, so I'm looking forward to that. And then I've gone and got myself a truck, which is something I don't normally do, but I thought this is going to be really good for when we're hauling to sell a grain or anything around the map. So I've gone with a decent one. It's not the best, but it'll hold 30,000 litres, so it does the job. And then finally, I went with a decent forage harvester because I didn't want to get any problems. So we've gone with the Class Jaguar, and we've got all the silage additive in here. I'm happy with that, definitely. The last thing I did buy was my harvester, and I've gone with a John Deere. Decided to mix it up a bit. Gone with a John Deere, just under, I think this is about 9 metre header, so spot on. And then we've gone with a 6 metre corn header, and that's just laying about here. So let's just talk quickly before we go and carry on buying. Now we need kind of all our grass equipment and then all our kind of planting equipment. So there's going to be 2 areas for that. Now we've got the shed just across the road from the pigs, and we could put all our planting stuff in there. I think that's probably the best thing. And then this area up here, it's not big enough to put a load of equipment in. Like you can see, it's quite narrow. So I'm going to try and get the most I can of the grass stuff lying about in this area. In this shed, I wanted to originally put some straw bales in, but I don't think that's a good idea. I think we're going to use this for grass equipment and then hopefully still allow us to drive through this part. And then if we think of a silage, let's say this is maize silage in that bunker. Maybe if we want whole crop in that bunker, or we could store bales. And then we've got grass silage. So we've got plenty of silage, but we need to make sure we do, I'd say, more silage in a bunker than obviously in bale format, because that can freeze up a lot of space. But let's say maize silage, we did maybe grass silage bales, placed them in the bunker, and then the other bunker we can even do some CCM, for example, or we could use it again as just a storage point for some like hay bales or whatever. But I think what I'm most likely going to do is, if I obviously get hay grass version, we'll use this because that's what that's for. And then this shed here is going to be for bales. So this is mainly going to be full with straw bales. So I think this is going to be like a straw bale shed mixed with a bit of hay if we can fit it in. I don't want to kind of keep my straw outside, if that makes sense. I don't want it to be open. I want it to be under cover. So yeah, silage in these bunkers. We need a place for straw, I'd say, is the last bit if we don't have it in loose form. Say if we do alfalfa straw, then yeah, we're going to need something. And if we do alfalfa silage, we can always put it in the bunkers because it's wrapped, but just use one of the bunkers as storage for bales. Yeah, it's just I think the only thing I'm lacking in is space for hay bales. And yes, we could do hay loose, but we might not do, like alfalfa, I don't think will go into that. So if we decide to do alfalfa hay, for example, we're going to need a place for that, and that's going to have to be inside. So hopefully then we could maybe put it in like these sheds or something along these lines. But yeah, it's going to be tricky. I didn't think it'd be this difficult. I mean, animal equipment like tankers or feed mixers or anything along them lines, like straw blower, that's not a problem because I can just throw it inside the sheds. Like there's an area here, for example. I've got a lot of storage over this side. If I can just get to it. There we go. Yeah, in here we could just put really anything, couldn't we? We could just find somewhere to store stuff. And the same goes down here. You know, we could have something just lying about in the middle. I don't mind it being outside. But it might be something that we do. We might build a shed somewhere else and just expand. But I don't want to change the way the farm is now because I'm actually really happy with it. But I think that's the one thing I overlooked was storage space. I mean, that's a big shed, and to have 4 trailers might be overkill. So we could knock a trailer away there and then use up some of the space. But we've still got a lot of space, just open area. It's just bales, the hay bales. That's my one thing I'm scratching my head for. But they'll be somewhere. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a time lapse in of me getting the grass equipment, because I think that's the main part that I need to do now. I need grass equipment, animal stuff, and then I think all the planted equipment we don't have to get right now. We could leave ourselves a bit of money, start the Let's Play, and then do it after, because we're not going to be planting in straight away. We're going to do some field work. We are going to need to plant in alfalfa at some point. So, you know, we can get that relatively quick. But I think the first couple of episodes are probably going to be like doing potato work, leasing our equipment. We've got some grass fields, so we need to mow. We've also got a field to harvest. So, yeah, there's going to be a lot going on that front. So I think it's more important to get the tractors and all that stuff, which we've done. The animal stuff isn't as important because we're not going to have animals to start off with anyway. So I'd say the grass equipment's the most important. So let's get that spawned in, and then I'll use a bit of a time-lapse now to place it down and try to find some homes for it. But I don't want to cheap out. I want to get some decent equipment here. Nice mowers, nice windrow, tedder, all that good stuff. And obviously balers as well. So, yeah, I mean, I think this is important this year because we can store some balers. We can store 2 balers here, for example. And then you could even still drive through. Windrow, you know, you could throw in here with the doors open maybe. I don't know. I'll figure it out as I go. I'll get the equipment in first, and then let's see where we can fit it.
You're never satisfied with what you have. Every day's an off day if you don't get your way. Scream more, more, more until your throat gets sore. Jump on the direct express. Let's make it right. Don't be a spoiled brat, baby. Get out tonight. Oh, get out tonight. Oh, yeah, you know what I want. Never pants in any weather. The world revolves around you. Greedy and a bit needy. That's what I like about you. Your perky, pouting lips. Oh, put your love on me. Oh, I beg and bribe to get to you. But how much can I pay? Oh, jump on the direct express. Let's make it right. Don't be a spoiled brat, baby. Get out tonight. Jump on the direct express. Let's make it right. Don't be a spoiled brat, baby. Get out tonight. Oh, get out tonight. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, baby. You know what I want. Ooh. Jump on the direct express. Let's make it right. Don't be a spoiled brat, baby. Get out tonight. Jump on the direct express. Let's make it right. Don't be a spoiled brat, baby. Get out tonight. Ooh, yeah. Shackle train, you know what I want.
Right, so welcome back. I think we're all done for the meantime. We've got pretty much most of the equipment we need to get cracking with this series. And I can't bloody wait, I'll be honest. We've got telehandler, tractors, trailers, truck. I've got a straw blower, got a slurry spreader there, plough, water tanker. I actually put a lot in here, and I've decided to go with the horse equipment because I really liked that DLC pack. I thought it was brilliant. So we've got a roller there. That's a mulcher. We've got our disc harrow there, planter, no, sorry, seeder, planter, and then we finally got a weeder here, which is actually a row version, but it's a big one, so that's really good because it means we can get rid of medium weeds. And we've also got a John Deere sprayer technology, so that's going to be really useful because it means I can probably get the top environmental score. Spreader, so we can put fertilizer or lime in that. Over here, I'll decided to go with the Massey Ferguson balers because they're proper. I mean, they look futuristic. They're bloody brilliant. And I've not actually used them a lot because they cost so much, so it's nice to get my hands on them. Square and round. Went with the Oxbow, so the latest DLC. Went with the row in that just to try it out. I thought it looked pretty cool. And then with the grass equipment, went with Pottinger really for the kind of tedder and the mower setup. So that's good, and we fit them into the sheds. And that's pretty much really everything we need, isn't it? The only thing the last thing it was just the muck spreader, which I thought I'd put down here, because that's probably going to be one of the main ones we focus on. We've got that one there, but it doesn't seem like anything's spawning through on that. So I don't know if that's the wrong one to place down. I'll have to try and figure it out. But yeah, we're ready to go. I mean, the next episode is going to be the start of the series. I'll get the money down, I'll get rid of the animals, and we'll either, well, do some grass work, or we'll do the potatoes, or we'll plant in the alfalfa. We've got the sorghum. Yeah, we'll have a look at the calendar and see what needs doing first. But I can't wait. Can't wait. We're finally set up. The farm is built, and I'm over the moon with how it turned out. And we've got some decent equipment. And yeah, we've got 3 million. So I think I went 2 million over my budget because I put 5 million on top of the 2, which would have left us with 7. So yeah, we've pretty much gone over 2, haven't we? 2 million over. I actually can't wait, honestly. I'm buzzing to start this series because it's going to be one where pretty much all the restrictions are just taken away, and what a map to get in on as well, because there's loads of things going on. We've got the alfalfa. I'm sure there's nuts, but I don't know what exactly that is. But I know if we go to this, you can see there's got chestnut, different versions, hazelnut and nut. And then there's the alfalfa that's built into the map. And from what I can tell, if we just have a quick look, I'm sure in this section, now this can be quite misleading because obviously Maize Plus puts in different types of alfalfa. So that's definitely a Maize Plus one. But we've got alfalfa hay, looks like it's built in. So we can definitely do the alfalfa hay. Just trying to see if I can see if it's just alfalfa on its own as well. Yeah, we've got alfalfa on its own, so we can try that out. And then we've got the chestnuts. Chestnut cream, chestnut flour. I mean, there's some random stuff there that we can try out. Definitely. But yeah, next episode, start the Let's Play. Might do a bit of a small intro or something like that. I'll figure it out. But yeah, can't wait for this one. But on that note, I am going to leave the video there. Hopefully, you've enjoyed the change of pace when it comes to me showcasing like how I set up and build a farm, because normally I would have just started pretty much this series from the next episode. Episode 7 would actually be episode 1. I'd just start off and I'd do all this in the background. So hopefully you've enjoyed seeing that. If you have, give the video a thumbs up because that does help my channel out. If you're new, please hit the subscribe button. I'm on the road to 30k, so that'd be really good. And I will see you lot in the next one.